Hello, welcome to Record Time. Record Time is a weekly Akashic experience where we explore simple and mysterious themes through the lens of the Akashic Records. My name is Mina, and I'm happy to be here with you. If you're a new friend, welcome. If you're an old friend, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to be here with me. Before we dive in, I just want to share that I have a couple of workshops coming up in September and October. And these are Akashic Records workshops. So if you are curious about what it really feels like to receive and to play in the Akashic Records, these workshops, especially the one I have coming up, I think it's on September 7th, so soon. That one is a great introduction to exploring and dipping your toes into the Akashic Records and feeling it firsthand what it's like to receive from the records. It's a really beautiful experience that I've curated for you. And it's online. So if you're curious about that, you can go to my website, minaruchi.com, and there's details about it there under classes and events. So you'll be able to find it there. But for now, if it's safe and accessible, feel free to close your eyes if that feels good to you. If you're multitasking, please devote your attention to whatever else it is that you're doing. But if you're able to, just kind of take this moment to arrive wherever you are right now. Notice what shape you're in right now. If you're standing or sitting or laying down, what is the shape that your body is in right now? And can you drop more fully into that shape? Can you occupy that shape even more? Whatever that inspires for you, whatever that means to you in this moment. Can you settle into that shape and more fully express the shape that you're already in? For me, that feels like I can feel a shift in my gravity coming down even deeper, closer to the ground. And leaning back a little bit. So continue to explore that as I tune into the records to see what they have to share with us this week. They're asking us, how comfortable are you with being comfortable? How comfortable are you with being comfortable? And they're saying this with a little bit of cheekiness and a whole lot of sincerity, because there's a popular phrase in the personal development world and just, I think, in the world that is, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I think there's value in that sentiment, and there's a specific context where, that idea is relevant and supportive. And there's this other way of being, there's this other idea, there's this other experience of getting comfortable with being comfortable that I've never heard anybody say. And yet, even just saying that, even hearing that, what does that evoke for you? Does that feel stupid? Or does that feel like it makes perfect sense? To me, I can see it both ways. But I really do think that this is valuable. Taking the time right now to notice what that sentence evokes for you, I think is really valuable information. Are you comfortable with being comfortable? For me, the majority of the time, my default relationship to that idea is no, I'm not comfortable with being comfortable. It's not something that I default to. Comfort is not always something that I default to. In fact, my default is discomfort. I am actually very comfortable being uncomfortable. Whether I realize it or not, and maybe this is your experience too, I think the majority of us are actually experts at being uncomfortable in some way, shape, or form, especially if you work like a 40-hour-a-week job. That's a really uncomfortable experience. And yet you do it every day. And so, almost as a salve or a balm to the discomfort that we're already immersed in all of the time, can you play inside this idea of getting comfortable being comfortable? What is it like for you when someone does something nice for you? What is it like for you to sit down on a couch? How do you sit down on a couch? Do you take a moment to kind of like settle in and arrange your spot and like adjust the temperature, turn on the fan, or grab a blanket or whatever it is? Do you take the time to make it as comfortable as possible or not? Or do you say, it's fine, I'm fine? And this really, what this is an invitation to shift from I'm fine to, yeah, that's really comfortable. Actually, I want more than just fine. I want this to be pleasurable. I want this to be comfortable. And really like shifting the scale from uncomfortable to fine. I think a lot of us oscillate between that side of the spectrum. And really starting to dip into and play with going from fine to comfortable. And I hope that this is making sense. Can you like imagine or sense that full length of the spectrum, right? From uncomfortable to comfortable, with fine being in the middle. How much time do you spend in discomfort, right? Uncomfortableness. And when you get a break from that, how much are you oscillating around fine and good enough? It's fine. I don't need a blanket. I'm fine. I'm a little cold, but it's fine. Or, oh, it's really hot, but yeah, I'm not going to get up and adjust the temperature. It's fine. Or, oh, my leg is numb sitting in this position, but I'm not going to shift it. It's fine. It's not that numb. Whatever it is. And almost like taking the extra steps, spending the extra 10 seconds or 5 minutes, making yourself shifting intentionally from fine to comfortable. And there is like acknowledgement and recognition that, yeah, there are parts of our day-to-day life that we have to do that are not super comfortable. But in the moments where you do have the spaciousness to sit down or take a break or whatever, can you make the extra effort to actually make it comfortable? And even in the uncomfortable parts of your day, is there a way to shift that from uncomfortable to at least fine? Right? Can you bring a plant into your office? Can you adjust the brightness of your screen? Can you wear like noise canceling headphones if the noise around you is bothering you? Can you take a moment to play a song that you like, or find a really nice playlist to just bring some extra comfort and pleasure into your day? And so there's this, and behind all of this, the background question is like, where is your default? Is your default managing and tolerating discomfort? I'm fine, it's fine. Or are you comfortable there? Are you comfortable? Because wherever your default is, there is like a sense of practiced being. There is a sense of experience there. So are you comfortable with being uncomfortable? My guess is probably. But are you comfortable being comfortable? Are you practiced at being comfortable? Do you take the extra time to make yourself comfortable? To do the little things that'll make whatever you're doing pleasurable, more comfortable, more bearable, not just fine, but pleasant? Because my guess is probably not. I think most of us are not comfortable being comfortable. We're not practiced at being comfortable, at making ourselves comfortable, at seeking and sinking into comfort. So that's the inquiry. That's the point of contemplation. That's the invitation to witness where you're at on this spectrum. Where is your point of comfort on the spectrum of discomfort to comfort? Where do you land? Are you comfortable? Do you default to discomfort? Are you good at tolerating that? Do you kind of tend to swim and oscillate around fine? Like it's good enough, it's fine. Or are you actually really comfortable, really practiced, a master at creating and being inside of comfort? Something to think about, something to notice. And this has nothing to do with money or privilege, really. There's gateways into comfort all around us. Even if you have a lot to do, even if your day-to-day is actually very uncomfortable, can you do anything to just shift discomfort to fine? You can meet yourself where you're at. This isn't about spending a lot of money or taking a ton of time off. This isn't about any of that. It's about shifting, creating comfort around what you're already doing. This is a very practical approach to getting comfortable with being comfortable. This is meeting yourself in the reality of your day-to-day, moment-to-moment life. It's not about how big and grand you can make it. It's about how practical and simple you can make it. So again, it's like, turning on a song you like, lighting the candle that's sitting by your bed that you never use, using the lamps that you have in your house instead of the overhead lighting. All of these simple things to just make the environment, make your experience more comfortable. So again, the invitation is to practice creating and being inside of comfort instead of exercising the really highly developed skill of saying, it's fine, I'm fine. It's okay, I don't need the candle. It's okay, I don't need to change the light. It's okay, I don't need it. I'm okay. It's like, well, can you give it to yourself anyway, even though you're okay? And can you shift it from fine or uncomfortable to comfortable? I would love to know where you're at on this spectrum of discomfort to comfort. Where do you tend to live? Where is your default? Let me know. Send me a message or share in the comments. I think personally my strong suit is discomfort. I think that's where my default is, and I'm practicing shifting towards comfort. But where are you at? And if you're if you're very comfortable being comfortable, tell us your tips. share with us your tips of how you make comfort for yourself, how you steep inside comfort. I'd love to hear from you. Share the goodness. All right. I'm wishing you well until next time. Namaste.